Good morning. I wanted to do a quick video today to show you how to create an assignment and a rubric in Canvas. Now, as you see, I have already gone to my dashboard and I've opened my AP Language and Composition class. And I'm going to create an assignment inside my independent reading module. So I click on the plus button, and then I get the option to add a new assignment. And just as an aside, if you click that drop-down menu, you can add a lot of different things, okay? For those of you that are new to Canvas, right now I'm just going to recommend you start with creating assignments, okay? So I have a new assignment, and this assignment is just going to be, I'll call it Reading Quiz 1, okay? So it shows up inside my module. Now you'll notice that this assignment has not been published yet, so students cannot see it. I open up Reading Quiz 1, and now I have the opportunity to edit that assignment. So just for quick, let's say that I have 5 questions, okay? So question 1, blah, 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 blah. Question 2, question 3, do this, this, and this. Question 4, da, da, da. And question 5, da, 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 da. All right, so they read something, and I have 5 questions for them to answer. And I'm going to say that this is a 15-point assignment. Now, I understand that we are not giving grades, okay? But we all know students respond best when they see a number attached, okay? This is going to be a classwork grade, but I could change that if I wanted to. And so instead of points, I'm going to use complete or incomplete because we are not giving grades right now. We are just monitoring through rubrics. So for this assignment, again, I just want them to do a text entry. Inside my assignment box, I would give them instructions to copy the questions and paste them in the text box so that they could answer them there. And then I'll choose a due date. Let's say it's due today. Oh, due today. And then I'll click Save. Okay. So now I'm ready to add my rubric. And you'll see right here, there is a plus rubric button. Now, let's just say for arguments that I don't have any rubrics and I have to create this one from scratch. So I will call this Reading Questions Rubric. One of the things that I like about rubrics is that I can create a rubric that's fairly generic, and use it for multiple assignments. So under criteria, I'm just going to call this question 1. I want to see how they did on question 1. Now for my ratings, I want to edit this first one. Canvas makes you put a number, okay? And since my complete assignment is worth 5 points, each question will be worth, or 15 points, each question will be worth 3 points. And instead of full marks, I'm going to call this excellence. Okay? So for question 1, to achieve excellence, all aspects of the question have been answered. Very thoughtful discussion. Okay, so now I have 3. Let me add another one. So I click my little blue plus button. This one will be worth 2 points. And instead of excellence, now I'm just going to call it meeting standard. Haven't had enough coffee. Okay. Now, a lot of students they don't understand that excellence and meeting the standard aren't the same thing. So for this one, the question has been answered correctly, period. But there's no additional thought. There's no like extra depth or analysis that went into the answer. It's just correct. And then I'm going to add another one, and this will be my 1 point rating. And this is below standard, below expectation. The answer to the question is wrong or partly incorrect. More attention is needed to the text. Now, for a 0 point, and I use 0 points. Some people don't, I do. I call that no marks. Did not attempt to answer the question. Okay. Now, this is where it gets fun. Okay. So now I want to add another criterion, and Canvas gives me the option to duplicate. So I'm going to duplicate question 1, but instead of calling it question 1, I'm going to call it question 2, update. And so what happens, it just copies all of this information from question 1 right down in here into my box for question 2. I can do that same thing. Let's go ahead and finish that up. I'm going to duplicate question 2. That'll be question 3. And a new criterion. No. I'm going to call that question 4. And a new criterion. We'll call that question 5. Okay, so my rubric has been completed. All right, I have a 15-point rubric. I've taken care of every question. Now, if you were doing something like a project and your criterion, you wanted it to be organization. Okay, so then you would come in here and talk about what excellence of organization might look like, or what meeting the standard. You know, you've met the expectations. And then what some mistakes, I always include the mistakes students might make here in the meeting the standard and possibly the below expectation, because students really want to know just exactly what you expect them to do. Okay? Make sure that there is a difference between your excellence, your meeting the standard, and your below standard. But now I'm getting into a whole thing about rubrics, and that is not the purpose of this video. Once I've created my rubric, you'll look down here and you will see these different boxes, okay? Hide score total for assessment results. You may want to do that. That way students will just see what they scored on the rubric, or I mean what you marked them. I had to move my camera. So I'm going to actually just leave that open. Use this rubric for assignment grading. Yes. That way, when you go into SpeedGrader, you'll be able to view rubric and score right on that same pane. Don't post outcomes results to Learning Mastery Gradebook. Leave that blank. You're not using that right now. Remove points from rubric. Yes, because that is going to give us what we need for the next few weeks. And then we'll click Create Rubric. And so when you post this assignment, students will be able to see the assignment here, and they can scroll down and see their rubric. I hope this helped out. Let me know if you have any questions.